ML Sports Take, brought to you by Stumbling Monkey Brewing Company and Camille's Golf Club. What's up, my Bonner family? I mean, completely wiping the floor with Niagara. Now, look, Niagara's terrible, and I get that, but right from the jump, a few things just kind of jumped off the page, right? Number one, completely focused again, just right from the get-go, right? I thought offensive movement and all the rest, and even when Bonaventure went into that little 4-minute, I think, lull there where they didn't score, they were still going, moving, rhythmic, without the basketball and all the rest. And then all of a sudden, just like boom, 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 boom. I mean, they were crushing the Purple Eagles 45-20 at the break. And if you look at the play-by-play and the score that really jumps out to you, it was like the made layup for Noel Brown, the free throw on the made layup, they went up 16-13. But then you look at Niagara and you just keep scrolling, and they finally made a shot, 3-pointer, and they had 16 points. And then you keep scrolling and you keep scrolling and you keep scrolling. And then they didn't score until those two free throws by Marble with 2:07 to go. I mean, the Bonnies put together some unbelievable runs. I mean, it was, over 35 points at one point to, I think, like Niagara scoring 6 or 7. So this was a tremendous just go in and get it win against a bad team. Niagara still has yet to win at home. They're 1-6 overall. Like I said, they're not that good, but I don't care. When you beat a team by 34 and it's your rival and it's there, and we've seen things happen, Canisius, Niagara, UB, you know what? Like, you lose at home to Canisius, but then you win those 2 road games in Western New York, upper Western New York, from the southern tier New York. How would you describe it? I was impressed. I really was. And, you look at, they got nothing out of Evans from a point standpoint. They got really not a lot out of the former Jan. They got 12 points out of those guys, but they were all over the boards. I mean, 16 rebounds between the two of them, 30 total for the Bonnies. And I don't think I've ever seen a box score, honestly, where one team only has 13 rebounds. Is that even possible, that you can only get 13 rebounds? That was amazing. Bonaventure was getting rebounds, second chance points, but the bigger one was Niagara goes down, has a bad possession, a terrible miss, immediate rebound. Everybody was crashing the glass, and that was another thing from how I started this video, takeaway-wise, like Bonnies were after the glass again. I mean, you think about, 4 rebounds only out of Venning, but that was because they had Essenvis and Evans helping out quite a bit, and the guards and tipping balls and all that. So they were after it big time. Another big time takeaway is Mike Adams-Woods. I mean, this guy continues to get better and better. He was unstoppable on the offensive side of the floor. 25 points for him, 10 points for Banks, 14 for Venning. And when you have a guy like Venning, by the way, every single time they drop it down to him and he gets it low by the rim and it's one-on-one, I feel so much more confident than last year. It's not that I didn't feel confident last year, but the footwork and the changing of direction and the pivoting and the balance, all those things that we saw, granted, they were videos inside the RC and there was no defender on him, but he looked lighter. He looked, a lot more trim around the area where the big man has to make better moves, balancing and pivoting. He looks spectacular down there, ladies and gentlemen. One-on-one, Venning, when you dump it down to him, I literally just go like this. All right. And I feel confident. Even when he misses, I feel confident. It's like when a putter's hot, for you. And even when you miss a 3-foot putt, it still feels good when you miss, right? Usually you miss with a Scotty Cameron putter. But, I just am so confident with him getting the basketball down there. And it's such a weapon for Mark Schmidt right now and his staff, because Venning can basically, get the ball. Everybody comes to him, and then it's the back out, and then it's like, where's the ball going to go next? If everybody's moving, everybody's scoring, everybody's doing things. How about Brown off the bench? What another weapon for Mark Schmidt. 15 points for the big man. Now you have 29 points at the center position. That's an incredible deal there as well. The bottom line, though, when you take all of what I said, you can kind of chuck it to the side and go, when you're that hot, you can't lose. They scored 94 points. They shot 66.7% from the floor. That's outrageous. 38 of 57, 12 of 19 from 3, and they're not even a 3-point shooting team. They only went to the line for 9 free throw attempts, which is un-Bonnie-like, I would say. And they went 6 and 9. But, they rebounded well. They did not turn the basketball over much in this game. They only had 9 of those. And the shooting was just remarkable, and they had a lot of bench, a lot of depth, a lot of all sorts of things, versatility, offense, scoring, defense, rebounding, all of it kind of came together, but bang, bang, bang. I mean, they were making shots like crazy. That caused the run, of course. Flowers off the bench with 14. I mean, Bonaventure had 29 points off of the bench from two main players in terms of Brown and Flowers. It was also nice to see some of these guys get some playing time late in the game, the likes of Martinez, DeRose, and Ostrom and the likes. They probably could have played a little bit longer, but, this was just, it was just nice to kind of have a night where, I had the hockey on the TV, I'm reading the Kenny Albert book, and I got the Bonnies on my phone, and I'm like, all right, I don't have to stress this one out, man. So, you know what? They improved in a lot of the rankings, of course. I don't follow that stuff as much because, Ken Pom, what does it mean if you go from 130 to 84? It doesn't mean you're going to get an at-large. Just keep winning games, right? Speaking of which, they're 6-2 overall, 2-0 on the road. And next up is a pretty bad basketball team, again, in terms of Siena playing for the Franciscan Cup this Saturday. But no messing around. I want another one that we just had on Wednesday against Niagara. I want to blow out the Siena team. A lot of revenge there as well. Siena 2-7 on the season. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. As I always tell you, enjoy the games.